Guess who's back? Helper's back once again. Tell your friends because he's got back another developer update for you guys. On August 19, 2022. When you watch this, it will be uploaded on August 20th, 2022 at around 9 a.m. So here is what is on the board. Unfortunately, the title of the thumbnail is correct. They have some unfortunate news for you guys, including a release date of the beta being delayed. And we'll take a look at that right now. We're also going to take a look at some other things that's coming up in the beta and some other cool stuff. First, live beta of 2022.2.2 P3 is delayed because they are having some issues with the live beta candidate. Therefore, they will not be releasing it this week. Therefore, they might be releasing it next week. So we'll see what we have on the board for that. The next build number is 1225. Just keep that in mind, that number 1225. And if you guys want to see some changes, click on this arrow if you are interested. I will be linking this article along with the other article from last week, from Tuesday, in the description below. So if you guys want to read that, you feel free to do so. I am not going to read 2,000 words from this. But I will read this. Main menu beta. So if you guys remember, in the last update, which is from August 16, they are working on a main menu 2.0 revamp. And as you can see here, here is the main menu revamp. As you can see here, the menu is very different. So as you can see, we have on the left side the worlds menu, and you can see the worlds in the middle. On the right, we have some shortcuts, just like in the current menu. So if you guys are interested in that, and this is grabbable by the next update. So that is how it looks like at this time in terms of the next main menu look. Back on this one, folks, feature work. So here's some feature work coming up for the next beta. So the first one is Chatbox safety design. Now I'm not going to read everything. But I will show you guys this little diagram. Very important to note on how to design. Before we dive into it, just keep in mind that this is not final and it's still in development, so it's not even close to being ready. Let's look at each part, each section. As you can see here, we have the audio menu in the quick menu when you press your escape key on your keyboard or your menu button on your Quest. So as you can see here, we have the audio menu, the regular stuff, but you also see something else. According to the design, you have the Chatbox menu in here to shortcut to Chatbox settings. To the right, we have the actual Chatbox menu button, menu area. You have three different options. You have the shield, you have the message box, and you have no messages. But here comes the interesting part. It's this one right here. So we go to the right, we're gonna advance to the right. You have this diagram in terms of like the selection. So we chose the shield and it's in global state, meaning for everyone. You have three options: shield, off, or on. Now keep in mind, but by default, it's all on the shield. And also on the per user, it's by default on the shield. Now, if you decide to go off on, that automatically overrides whatever the selection is, meaning that whatever is selected on off on becomes your main selection. Now, global means for everybody. If you selected per user state that you clicked on, basically saying if you press the menu button and then you click on an avatar, then you choose the option. If you choose on off, that means it is overridden. You override the selection. Otherwise, the default is use global state, and global state is this one on the pink. Then we have this on the right. When you click on a avatar from another person, you can see that there is a mute button now for this one design, and you have this little button here. So now keep in mind that they're working on API things to be stored across sessions. So they're trying to store it for each session that you play with. And then per user also needs to be on an override. That's what they're working on. Down here on the safety panel, you can see that we have custom. Now this is not new. This safety panel is not new. What is new though is they're trying to add the chat box as part of safety. So on the right side, way on the right here, you have Chatbox. I'm gonna try to little bit bigger here if I can. I don't think it will let me, but that's okay. So that's how it looks like right there. So you can see that the menu is right here. And then it goes to here for this example. Okay, so that is how it looks like in terms of this. So you have to understand how this the diagram works. If you want more information, then you can read this paragraph about Chatbox safety design when I give you the link in the description of this video. Next one is Chatbox Emoji. They're going to be working on Chatbox emojis. So if you guys like emojis, that is for you on the Chatbox. So that's for you guys. It's not final, but here are some of the emojis. I won't use them as much, but there you go. Have fun with that. Now, personal mirror iteration, even more personal mirror work got done, including the face mirror is now clamped inside the HUD so you can fall off the canvas. This also plays nice with scaling, and let's take a look at that. As you can see, the mirror is down there, and you can see the scaling and the movement and all that cool stuff. Pretty cool for an avatar logo. We also added a head tracked mode for the personal mirror. It also took some work, but works great with pickup and movement modes. Let's take a look at this. So that is for Quest users. Not too bad. I like that. That's pretty cool. Next, we also added a face scaling mirror scaling icon. Added haptic feedback on mirror hover and grabbing and dropping. Okay, so that's going to be included in the upcoming release. Next is Avatar Haptics. Once again, that is the one where your avatar reacts to a touch from another avatar. So again, like they said last time on the August 16 update, when your character gets touched on the number 1 tail, number 2 hand, number 3 arm, etc., 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 you're going to get some type of feedback, either a rumble or some type of icon on your screen. So that's how that works for Avatar Haptics. And the way this is going to work is this. The system works using a high performance way to so-called render message for direction without camera setup. This means no special bones or avatar setup is needed, as it works simply right out the box. As you can see on the menu, you can see haptics, UI or not. UI means you're going to see the icons. Interact, you're going to see what type of interaction with the avatar, and avatar touch. When you touch an avatar, very, very, very simple looking at. Still getting iterated on, but getting closer to the point where we're okay throwing into a live beta. Next one is Earmuff. So Earmuff mode, again, if you guys do not remember that one, that's where it's like the conversation dome, where if you fall out of the red zone, then they don't hear you as much. So let's take a look at this. We got a few adjustments and improvements on how Earmuff works on the way. First off, we're changing the slider snapping from 0.5 from half to quarter. You can get decently precise even when snapping on. Next, we have a shortcut to Photo tab, where double clicking the audio tab will toggle earmuffs on or off. Okay, so let's take a look at this. As you can see here, we have the conversation dome, aka the earmuff. So you can see that, let's react to it again. You have the red zone and you have the gray zone. If you're in the red zone with your buddy, they can hear you, you can hear them. If you're in the gray red zone, that means it's going to be cutting off. If you're outside of the gray zone, then they don't hear you or you don't hear them. That's how this works. They also added a synced earmuff avatar parameter. Okay, it's a boolean for those of you who do not know. It's a true false statement. So if you're programmers out there, that's true false. Boolean. It's a bool or boolean. Let's have a look. So true false. If it's true, then this happens. If it's false, then this happens. Very straightforward, simple stuff. Next thing they want to add is portal placement. So this is another big feature that was going to be added. So portal placement is basically from August 16. If we go back to here, you see that portal placement, there's going to be an icon. If it's red, that portal cannot be selected there. If it's blue, that means that is okay. And here is how the portal placement looks for the portal drop. So if you are the instance owner, you can drop a portal at the correct spot so that you guys can start playing in that portal, in that particular world. So let's take a look at other stuff. Additional emoji. Ah, yes. Now this one is not based on the chat box. That is more of on the screen kind of stuff. So let's take a look at what we have. We aren't quite ready to show them off yet. We only had the first pass on the art this week. But we're planning on adding some additional functional emoji. For example, we want to include emoji you can use to tell someone, A, you don't or can't use a microphone. So no microphone. B, you can't hear when someone is saying, so they're going to have an emoji for that. Number 3, you want them to read or show your chat box. Number 4, battery is low. Number 5, connection issues. Number 6, portal. There's a portal. So these are very good. These are very good additions that I think should have been way in advance. Way in advance. Two years ago. I've been playing for VRChat for 1 year. And about to be 2. Next July. July 13th, 2023. We're going to celebrate our 2nd year. Watch it. Now, keep in mind that these things are not final. So keep in mind. They're also working with Helping Hands to get additional ideas. So Helping Hands is another like organization to help them out with like helping with icons. So there you go. So they're gonna give you previews and upcoming dev updates. So next week, get ready. We're gonna start covering a lot more. Creator updates. If you guys are interested in creator updates, there's some more creator tools for VRChat like SDK, the VRChat Creator Companion app, the Client Sim, and the Udon. If you guys are interested, feel free to use these links. I'm not going to link everything down. Client Sim updates, for example, we have PS5 controllers. Ooh, PS5 controllers. So you won't. So they will work. Will allow movement around the editor. They also included further controller issues in terms of fixing it, of course, including the controller drift. And they also added fixed some problems when it comes to Canvas. So that's client sim updates for you. If you guys are using Udon, UDON, they're working on some upgrades, including redesigned sidebar, tab system, shortcuts, and graph search. If you're using the Udon graph, that is for you. Next thing, if you are using the Creator Companion app, there is an upcoming update 0.6 0.3.6. The improvements include fixes in issues with projects larger than 2 gigabytes cannot be backed up. Pressing show me after making a project backup will now open the enclosing folder. Using a new package subdomain URLs for official and created listings, added new pages for communication, hide packages with no valid versions listed, and finally, in migration with pre-release packages. It is now in QA, so if you guys are interested, feel free to check that out. Links to this in terms of the update will be in the description. Alright, next conclusion. That's it for the week. We'll see you again next week with 2 more dev updates, Tuesday and Friday. So expect me to cover that on Tuesday and Friday. So Tuesday night and Friday morning. Friday night. Like this again. Cross your fingers, everybody, that we're going to have the main menu beta. I am so excited to see it, just like you are. So if you guys you guys are liking that, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and enable your notifications, because next week we're gonna be covering a lot new stuff. And if you guys are checking out my channel for the first time, we do VRChat next season on, well, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So make sure you guys check that out. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. 3 nights of VRChat for you all. Every week. Get ready, y'all. And if you guys want more news on VRChat, check out the same channel too, because I'm going to cover some more news. Enjoy, y'all.